Y'all niggas got me hot.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are now tuned in to the Rare podcast, and the Rare stands for
Real art, real expression.
Come on. This is your host with the most, NK, aka NK Flows, aka the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour. You don't know the thing. Follow me on my socials. You get me? I had to come with the sauce.
Too sweet to be sour.
Too sweet to be sour, fam.
You got bars, you got bars.
Come on, lyricist of the year.
That is horrible.
Too sweet to be sour. I like that.
Yeah, for real, I mean.
Let's go. I'm joined by my two co-hosts. Introduce yourself, man, them.
Me, the two boys, yeah. Me, I'm TS.
And I'm Jixon. It's usually Jason, but some people don't know how to say it. Jason because they see the X.
Right.
And the two females.
Of course, I had to introduce the two lovely females. Strong, independent black women in that. Come on, I have to gas at the thing. Ladies, introduce yourself. Let the world know who you are.
Yeah, my name's Ashley.
I'm gonna say more stuff.
No, that's it.
My name's Shona.
Put sauce on it, fam. What do you do?
My name's Shona.
She's like, my name's Shona.
Radio station sex. Anyway.
Pillow talk voice and that, yeah.
Y'all niggas is nasty.
I said pillow talk, that's not nasty.
You said babe station, that's silence.
That is nasty.
He said secondary school.
Babe station.
Yeah, because I used to wear glasses and talk funny. But
Been there, done it all.
Alright, so how's everyone doing today? Is everyone good? Everyone's in good spirits, yeah?
Calm, bro, chilling.
You shouldn't be. It's global warming now.
Yeah, bro. It's too hot
It
outside.
means the end of the now we're coming to the end.
Fam, Jesus
Yeah.
coming back soon.
No, yeah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
How can it be Sandra season in February? Don't make
It's very
I know that shit
scary.
was snowing this time.
Yeah, I was literally I was gonna say that.
You know, we see the snaps from a year ago today, fam. It was snowing.
Yep, I saw a tweet and someone showed two pictures. This time last year
Yeah, I saw that.
and today. It's
Was there
global
snow?
warming is real, bro.
That's a bit mad.
All I'm saying is that, prepare, I see all you Instagrammers loving the sun and all of that. Be very mindful while you're taking your bikini pics. The world is ending, real things are happening. Big facts, the world is ending. While you're there looking sweet.
These are the type of pastors that you don't want to go to.
That's listen.
Wow.
Judgment Day is coming, though.
Enjoy yourself, show your skin. Show your skin.
Hey, God will punish you for that one. Be
But
careful.
we only live once in here. Like,
Come on.
I don't believe that, but say no more.
Hey, Jesus Christ. But now, the main topic we've come to discuss
For the day.
of the day. This is a topic that's been debated on TLs. It's been debated everywhere. Toxic masculinity. I hate that word, but toxic masculinity has been a topic of conversation that has plagued, in my opinion, our generation. Now, first and foremost, I'm gonna start with the ladies. What is toxic masculinity to you? Okay, if you could give me a definition, please.
I think it's just behaviours and just behaviours that certain men can do, not all men, but certain men can do. That is very toxic and it's very negative in certain situations.
I agree with that. So it's very negative energy. The idea of it.
Yeah,
Always.
and the root of that is masculinity. It's not just
See,
any other reason.
okay.
And that's why I didn't say all men. I said some men, not all, but some.
Smart word. choice.
Some, not all. Trust me. That's why I said, if you're triggered by it, then you clearly have those behaviours. If you don't have that behavior, then why are you triggered?
Like, it must affect you.
That's what I'm saying.
I have not said a single word. I'm just
Exactly.
listening.
I'm
just listening. I'm just waiting for my turn.
Oh, so you're blaming me what God has told me. I'm respiring. I'm breathing. Relax.
Okay.
Man, then, what do you think toxic masculinity is?
Do you want to take it or should I take it?
Yeah,
Because personally, bro, I wouldn't even know how to define that.
that's what I'm saying.
I just see it as like a label or just a phrase that's just thrown about on so many things. I'll see a video, I see toxic masculinity thrown on it. Like, personally, I wouldn't even know where to take it.
I just feel like a lot of people, they know what toxic masculinity is, especially on the TL, but they still go forth and label themselves that. But it's just mad. It's something like, I agree with what I'm actually saying.
But the thing is, I would say is the fact that it's popping up again and again and again has to be some sort of issue that there is. There has to be something that there is. That's what I would say. I might be a little bit ignorant to it, or I might not know exactly what it is, but there has to be something that the girls are saying. Surely there's some sense in it.
It's been an
Surely.
issue, though, for time, but it's just because now like women are getting more of a voice. Now it's like.
Yeah.
More, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like social media is a good example. It's a good platform. Twitter, anyone can say anything. Yeah, I see it a lot on Twitter. That's me personally.
But thank God we have devices called phones and they have access to the internet. Because according to Urban Dictionary,
So we're using Urban Dictionary as
You know what I mean? Is that a reliable source?
because toxic masculinity is not an actual term. It's something that the internet made up. I tried to go to actual dictionary. Yes, it's a social term. That's why you go to Urban Dictionary.
Okay.
See, facts and energy. You get me? Okay. A social science. Toxic masculinity. A social science that describes narrow representative types of ideas about the male gender role that defines masculinity as exaggerated masculine traits like being violent, unemotional, and sexually aggressive. So, from this definition, how do you think toxic masculinity provides itself throughout the regular day? How is it manifested throughout your day-to-day lives?
I mean, I can understand a little bit of that definition. Masculinity in itself is like typical masculinity, like that's portrayed in Hollywood and films and things like that. Is like a man is aggressive usually, a man is independent usually, and a man can be violent. Like James Bond is like a great example of a masculine man, quote unquote masculine. But I can see how that can become toxic, and I can see where that could have derived from. The whole toxicity. Let me not come like Esther. Yeah, but
you know.
Yeah, that boy that was chatting about that podcast, yeah.
Just one thing you need to know, all my guys are ballers.
Oh, God of mercy, fam.
But to me, also, I think it's when certain men don't have a very narrow mindset and they're like men who do opposite things, like men who, I don't know, like men who like paint their nails, or men who they just do take care of themselves, or even just think differently to men, or like a lot of people, or like who are, because I've seen like some people that I know, if like I had a gay friend and he would come around, they'd be like, no, I'm not touching him, I'm not, like, I feel like that's very, very toxic, and they're being very narrow-minded and not opening your mind to different views, different opinions, different like lifestyles.
So opening.
Is that what you put? You know the Terry Crews thing?
Yeah. And he was like, oh, because you're a big man, you could have.
You should have fought him off.
What kind of nonsense is that?
I'm acting.
Would you say that's toxic masculinity?
To me, that's
the way
very
everybody was
toxic.
acting towards him.
Okay, and what they expected of him, and what they expected of him.
because he's
Okay,
big, they expect him to like fight him off.
okay,
It's the narrow-mindedness of like men are expected, if somebody violates you, you punch him in the face. There are other ways to combat disrespect, and I feel like, especially as young men growing up, you're expected to be this alpha male, top of the mountain. If anyone emotionless, like if anyone chats to me, I'm a pattern them. No one can chat to me, and the thing is, it creates a lot of irrational behavior, and I feel like that's why I say women are encouraged to be much more intellectual and rational than men, because men are always told to show your physical dominance, dominance over someone. Or women are.
Where would you say that comes from then?
It's obviously nature versus nurture. Obviously, some men, like genetically, they've been hunters and all this stuff. So naturally, you have physical attributes, but it's when you allow it's when you allow your primal instincts to overtake your
Logic, reason.
Logic, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you're being very primal. Like we're humans, not animals. You get me? Like we have the ability, we have the gift of speech, we have the gift of communication, and I feel like a lot of men don't know how to utilize those tools. Don't know how to communicate, communicate their emotions, communicate their feelings, and it's okay, nigga. If you wanna cry. Like it's okay.
Fam, I love a guy when he cries, man.
Why do you love that?
I just think when a guy shows his emotions, to me, that's sexy.
Okay. Like vulnerability.
Yeah, vulnerability. It's beautiful. I love
English,
it.
please.
But crying for the right reasons, not some useless boy that's just always crying. No.
Remember
Cry
me
for
and you were having
legit
that,
reasons.
me and you were having that conversation where some girls want like, oh, I need a guy that will put me in my place.
We're gonna get to that. Though.
Okay,
we're gonna get to that one. That one there. That's gonna see that.
Yeah,
one.
put an asterisk on that. Come back on that.
Save that one. File. Save that. Anyway,
The little stuff.
The little
Bro,
come on.
at your age,
you went to school. You went to school, eh?
second year of uni.
You know what I mean?
Second year of uni.
Yeah. That back on English, fam. Oh.
Did you GCSE
I
English?
can see you don't explore your keyboard very much.
I have look for the names of everything on my keyboard.
Do you feel like also toxic? I've spoken to a couple girls as well, and they feel like another aspect of toxic masculinity is men feeling like they have ownership over women, and men feeling like, okay, for example, I've heard bare stories of not to bait certain man them out, but you know.
No, you don't need to drop names.
No, I'm not dropping names, but this
You
might.
know who you are, just say it, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is in that basically certain man will say, boom, my girl can never cheat on me. I got a pattern, fam. What? But then you're out there doing fuckery. Now I don't judge. Because everyone makes mistakes, but at the same time, if you're doing fuckery, then surely you must have in your mind that it could happen to you. And it's that sense of entitlement. I think that's a sense of entitlement because you feel like that shit can never happen to you when it can. And you feel like, okay, even though I can cheat, my girl can't. What do you guys think?
As girls, what would you lot think of a guy that behaves like that? Oh, I've got my girl patterned. Oh, my girl could never do this.
Sorry, I don't. So shit.
Speaking to the mic,
That's what I'm saying. Me,
Okay.
no.
Straight red flag.
That's a red flag.
Good.
Like X, like
Yeah, that's common sense right there. Yeah. That in itself is an issue though. Why are guys like that?
I don't know. I really don't know. And it's something, I don't know why, because obviously when you chill around men, it's kind of learnt behaviour, kind of. And this brings on to like a topic I want to bring up as well. Do you feel like men should kind of police other men when they're being toxic?
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Now when they're acting mad like that, they need to like tell your friend like, my guy, yeah, that's not the way to live.
Yeah, yeah.
Because when I hear a lot of my friends talk that type of way about like female friends that I know, like, because they really say that I got peng friends and that rubbish.
Hey, Jason, you know that creme brulee thing, the one that was on your phone? Yeah.
And then when I tell you guys, no, she ain't interested, you guys be acting out, you're cop blocking that rubbish. But I feel like sometimes when I hear some of the way the guys speak about females, I always have to tell them, yeah, you can't be doing that. If you want to get with one of my friends, you can't be acting like that.
Yeah.
But is...
I was just gonna say, in terms of policing, yeah, I feel like if you generally see something that is wrong, you should police it regardless. But especially on this topic, yes, you should definitely police. Like what your boys will be doing that you see as wrong or something. Because at the end of the day, fam, people have sisters, people have mums. You wouldn't want someone to behave like that to your mum or your sister, would you?
I don't understand, like when you have like a lot of women in your family and you're still an idiot, like.
Yeah.
And
then if it happens to one of their siblings,
You will go back.
you dumb, you effing dumb, and that.
But you doing that to somebody else's mum, somebody else's sister.
It was smacking your face.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Hypocritical, that's what it is.
It's very hypocritical, but unfortunately, these type of things have been normalised throughout society. How many times have you seen in a movie where the man cheats? Even I was watching fucking Eddie Murphy Boomerang, yeah? That movie's funny, but that movie don't make sense. Basically, for those, Eddie Murphy Boomerang is an Eddie Murphy movie. Eddie Murphy, the GOAT. You should watch it, it's funny. But basically, I'm going to summarise the story. This guy, he's sleeping with his boss. His boss is just using him for sex. Okay. Cool. He goes and finds a co-worker that, likes him for who he is and all that. They fall in love. He still goes and pabs the boss. He pabs the boss while he's still with the other co-worker. Then the whole moral of the story is that, she takes him back because he realises that, listen... love is better than just sex. Please. He's still cheating on the woman and she still took it back. And I feel like movies like this perpetuate this.
I don't play games.
Perpetuate this and say, all right, they kind of psychologically condition men. It's like, okay, cool. I can pam this thing. Yeah. I can pam this. She'll take me back from because I realise I've changed. Baby, I'm sorry. I don't do that shit.
Deeper though, like if you're watching that.
I don't play them games. You cheat on me, I'm out.
Yeah.
Gone. I don't play them games.
Talking about that film though, that would influence someone subconsciously without them even realising it.
Yeah.
It will make you think that, okay, so she took him back. That subconsciously in your head, you'll think, it's okay. If that happens to me, I can take him back. It's that kind of way that, like, let's say films are influencing girls and men and whatnot.
Film definitely influence girls.
100%, 100%.
You feel like, if I cook for a man, I'm gonna get this man.
Because they've seen it somewhere, innit?
Because you'll cook us and he will still leave.
These people get the princess on the front.
Fam, macaroni and barbecue wings every day.
Let me just, not to criticise women who cook for man. I appreciate you lot, innit? But just letting you know, sometimes I won't keep your man, but keep doing it, innit? Because
See, so I mean, like, I've actually heard guys talk about this kind of stuff.
Trust
like,
me. Uni wife on Monday, one for Tuesday, one for Wednesday.
What kind of guys are you talking about? What?
What do they say?
I know some trash people in this uni, you know who are.
I'm hungry today, I'm going to this guy's house.
Yeah.
They could just be friends.
This guy. These guys use them.
Fam, breakfast, lunch and dinner.
These guys think, oh yeah.
That's a two-way street. You can't just blame the guy. That's a two-way street.
Yeah, because
If a girl is allowing that to happen, she is also part of the problem. She's also part of the problem.
She is, but
Sorry?
Okay, no, they can be. The guys can be telling them bare lies.
But at the same time,
And they chat shit to their boys as well.
no, but at the same time, you can use your own reasoning. If the actions are not matching his words, you need to make an executive decision and cut it
That's
out.
what I was saying to other people, like, girls just want to be loved. So any little kind of love they get.
Girls need
from a
love
guy,
too,
they'll
that's what I'm
fuck
saying.
So
into
what,
it.
you tolerate disrespect for love?
That's what happens. Like, it actually happens. Like, girls just get disrespected continuously, especially
all
in
the
uni.
time.
And, like, it's actually mad. Like, a lot of these girls.
Yeah.
And you was thinking, like you said about the policing thing, yeah? It's hard because it depends on who you're hanging out with, because your boys
the
will
mic,
promote you to continue to do that stupidness. Do you know what I mean? Oh, sorry.
It's calm. Continue about police and men. It's true, but I also feel like sometimes there's situations where you're clearly seeing that man's being toxic. Why don't you just remove yourself from that situation? Why continue to linger? That's
a good point.
That's how murder.
At the same time, saying that, yeah, it's like, have they had, like, how do you say it? Like they haven't had, like, a role model to, like, see how it should be.
So would you say that's an
like,
issue?
Yeah, like, sometimes around you, that's all you get, toxic guys.
Yeah, I can't lie. She's making a very good point because I know so many people that are coming from single parents only. So many people that don't know their dads, and she's making a very good point. I can't lie. If it's influenced the generation before us, it's probably gonna still continue now.
No, but
Or even as simple as like you've only had toxic guys in your life, so when a good guy comes, you don't really know
And then you-
how to deal with it or how to.
So,
Like you just don't know how to deal with it because all you've had in your life is toxic men. I can relate.
Kind of push to the side.
It's their end.
see, look,
Why though? That doesn't make any
If you're
sense.
gonna pray for
my
you,
brother,
It doesn't make any sense. It does not make any
You
sense.
say it out loud, yeah, but it happens.
Trust
like,
me.
Because girls go through so much like shit from other like idiot guys. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then when they get a good guy, they don't know how to react.
They
So
don't.
Go
then
back to a
they-
bad guy.
Exactly. Like,
But the thing is, but at the same time, I understand what you're saying, but that means partly women are to blame
yeah,
for
they
this.
are. They,
So,
100%.
yeah, boom.
Yeah, but no. Wait.
But wait, let me introduce the
Okay,
topic.
go ahead.
Cool.
Go ahead.
Can we say women are partly to blame for the perpetuation of toxic masculinity?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Okay, Ashley, go on. Say your piece.
I would say no because like in the situation you just said about having toxic guys around you and then when you have a good guy and that's women's fault, I feel like I think people downplay feelings. Like when you have your feelings invested in a person and they're being toxic towards you, they'll just be like, oh no, that's just how he is, or I love him so I'll like let it slide. And just like certain things like what you said before about toxic femininity, which is not a real. It's not a real.
Chucky
it's
on
not-
that.
There was a
it's not
point
real
where
thing.
toxic masculinity was not real. Just saying, but go on, continue.
No. Toxic femininity. I don't think it exists.
Let her finish. Let her
I
finish.
just think, yeah. Let me just keep quiet for now. Everyone else see what they're gonna say.
That's the question again.
All right. Can the perpetuation of toxic masculinity be blamed on females? Partly?
Yeah. Because there's a lot of females that like the way guys act when they're all toxic and that. Like there was that video everybody saw on Twitter. When
Oh, yeah.
I want a guy to pattern me on that, to say shut the fuck up. I don't want you to be crying. I don't want you soft and all that rubbish. And then there's guys that actually
know
be like,
these
girls. I like it.
I don't know these girls.
You see when you're a man, yeah, WCW.
I said it's all American people.
You
so-
see when you're a man, fucking stone cold stunners you, yeah. That's when you lot are gonna realize, stop this. I want my man to pat. No, because when the real guy starts to pattern you and does WWE,
Yeah, like even on Backchat where Esther was like, "Oh man, tell me to shut up."
Okay,
What
but
is
I
that?
understand
What
what you
is
mean,
that?
though.
Okay, cool. You understand what they mean. Why? What is it? What do they mean?
The thing is, yeah, I feel like when they say it, they should also say like good, like less negative stuff. Well, when they say what a guy to pattern them, I feel like sometimes you mean like be a bit rough with me. Like,
Someone that's in control, in charge.
No. For me personally, like if I say I want to pat me, I don't want to do that. I'll actually get mad. But I want like okay, okay. If in terms of sex, yeah, then I want like if you're not gonna rough me up, not punch me, but like rough me up a bit, like on the wall, like pick me up. That's when like what
so
rough me up.
Okay, but I feel like some people,
Yeah,
some people,
There are some things that you should keep between you and the Lord.
But for me, there's a fine line between disrespect and like being dominant and like letting people know. No. I'm just talking about in general. There's a fine line between disrespect and being like dominant, saying your opinion, because there's two different things. Two different things.
That they should actually like say.
You know what that sounds like to me? Yeah, I feel like some of you girls just want a bit of fire. Fire will eventually burn out.
Start their own drama.
Fire will eventually burn out. It will not stay there for a long time.
You see water, it flows. You want calm, you want peace.
You need constance. That's what you need. Water, constance.
Consistency.
Fire will burn out.
You can't
So you got to look inside yourself. Why do you need fire? Why do you want fire?
Some of you, some girls.
Because you'll get burned.
Hey, I'm not saying I want that.
You will get burned. Is that not a bad thing? But
We had a conversation earlier. I've heard girls say, "Oh, sometimes I like to push my man's buttons to see why." I don't know you're
Sorry, that's her. That's not me. That's her. I can tell that's Shona. That's not me.
You push the button.
I'll play them games.
It went from
No,
0 to 100 real quick.
I feel like I'd only push someone's buttons like if we act proper nature, like.
is that not toxic itself?
It's about guys talking masculinity, not females.
No, but if you're pushing a guy's buttons on purpose, is that not toxic?
Okay.
Is that not toxic?
What kind of
you
buttons
know
you're
what
pushing
he's gonna
though?
do.
Like,
Sorry?
if it's like a joking, like when I mean push buttons, I mean like joking around, like banter. Not
Okay.
like I want to make you mad, you're gonna fucking punch me. Like that I'm not gonna do. But when I push your buttons, it's just like I'll just poke you or something.
to do what? What
Like
do you want out?
jokey, banter.
Just for bands.
Fair enough. Okay, I understand.
I
that.
no, I'm not. That's not me. I'm saying for her. This is not me.
I understand that.
That's not me. I don't. That's her life. I'll back you, but that's not me. But I back you. I'll back you.
No. Okay, further for I've heard women say, "Listen, I want my man to disrespect."
Okay, hell no.
I've heard.
I don't know who you are. Okay, I don't know who you are. You need help. You need help.
Very true.
You need the Lord.
Very true.
Say it again.
And no. And what we were saying about another reason why I was saying, okay, can women be partly to blame? Yeah, it's because some of these features are encouraged. Like when you say, when certain girls say, I want a man to be a man. I don't want a man to be a bitch. You get me? And sometimes men being open can be interpreted as that nigga soft.
You know what though?
That
like,
nigga bitch.
It's what I grew up with though. Like guys grew up on like even their mums telling them that like or like you know especially that single household. I don't know what it's like for a guy, but I feel like when I've seen it that their mums be like, "Oh, you got to man up," or like you got to take care of this or
Yeah, like you're the man of the house. Like you need to.
Because there's a missing male role model in the house.
I don't think mum should be telling the guys you're the man of the house.
No, I can see.
I can see where she.
I can see where she's coming.
Yeah, I could see that.
Put that crown on your head, like
Trust me.
nigga, you need to.
Is that not pressure in itself though?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's forced into guys from young, especially in single households. Like, when you see you're the man of the house, like you haven't even like been a man yourself. You're still a boy, and also now you think you're big man. So you're gonna keep portraying that throughout your rest of your life. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But I guess in to count, just to play devil's advocate for that, right? It's like it's kind of you're teaching your son to instill values in him that will help him later in life. Because obviously you want a man to be confident. You want a man to have like to be assured of himself, to have certain things in order.
But that's a misinformation. That's what you're being misinformed when thinking that not showing emotion is strength. That's not strength.
Oh, guaranteed.
That's not strength.
Because you're good at boiling it all up.
And then you're gonna just explode.
Yeah. The more you suppress, the more it will be worse for you eventually.
And that's why the most people that commit suicide is middle-aged men.
yeah,
Because they just
Is
don't,
it actually?
It is. Most people that commit suicide are middle-aged men because they just don't have like people in their life to express their emotions to. They feel like they need to bottle it in. Like, no, I'm the man. I go through these things. I just keep it to myself and keep it moving. But
how do you think
you bottle up and it?
Because that is a big issue. That I don't know what the stat is, but that's
it's actually
that's a big issue. How would you say that could be resolved? Because that is a massive issue.
I feel like society and culture needs to change from, and just let men cry, man. Men need to cry sometimes. Like show their emotions. It's not You're not being a bitch. You're not being a sissy. You're just showing your emotions, and that's
I think
calm.
you need to really have like a healthy group of people around you.
Yeah.
So you can like do life with, and you can always like go to them when you need someone to like speak to. Like that's why I can say thank you for all the people around me that I can do that with. But growing up, my parents have always taught me to like, yeah, you have to be the man of the house sometimes when your dad's not here. At the same time, you actually have to like be open with like your feelings and what you're going through, because you can't always like keep it inside.
Yeah, communication is really the key.
Yeah.
Communication is very much the key.
But that's where men kind of fail sometimes. Like, they can't communicate.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because some men. I don't know if it's because they weren't like raised to communicate. Do you know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. It could be an issue that is not even apparent to them themselves, maybe. I don't know.
So like, you say females, like your mums actually like kind of need to blame too. Like especially like some mums tell their child like you're gonna break hearts. Like what's that guy's name? Blueface, whatever his name is.
Blueface, baby.
Your mum said you're gonna break hearts, and then in your head you're thinking, yeah, I'm gonna be that guy.
That's very.
That's actually a very good. That's a very good, interesting point. Yesterday, when I was in lecture, I was talking to a boy, and he's cuffed to his girl. Like, it's all on Insta and that whatnot. He's cuffed to his girl. However, yesterday, like if you were looking from the outside looking in, you'd think, oh yeah, they're happy and whatnot. But when I was talking to him yesterday, he was saying how, oh yeah, I'm cuffed, but like I don't even know if I want to be with her. He's talking about how he wants to go back to antics of freshers, or I don't know, these kind of things. And I was gonna say, like, I was trying to talk to him. I was trying to talk him out of it, but he was saying that his mum was the one that was putting it all into his head that he shouldn't be serious. So yeah, I don't know why that would be the case. Why would that be the case?
But like, if if you went into this relationship with like I think a part of him is probably missing that.
Yeah.
He just wants that other part to like just live life and do that. I feel like if you want to get into a relationship, you have to be all full. Like you have to put your whole into that relationship. To move forward.
Literally, like, some people cannot stand on their own 2 feet and they want to be in a relationship.
Oh, bitch! Oh my god! Thank you.
You're standing on 1 foot and a crutch, and you want to be in a
The thing
relationship.
is, we had this conversation last week, yeah.
Don't want to cut her off.
Oh, yeah, go
What were you gonna say?
They don't even forget now.
Saz,
Alright, sorry, the moment passed.
My question is this year: why do you guys want to go for the whole stage? Like, why do you not think when you come to uni?
Oh my gosh, say
The
it
whole
again.
stage.
Say
Oh,
it again.
okay.
Yes. Why does everyone feel they need to go for a whole stage?
I have a theory.
No, but I feel like
I have a theory.
because girls, if you're a hoe, you're like,
Yeah,
it's, you're done at it.
I have
if
a
a
theory.
guy's a hoe, then
I have a
it's different.
theory.
It's different.
But at the same time, everybody goes through it, or people see it differently.
If a girl goes to be a hoe,
you're that.
exactly. But if a guy wants to be a hoe, then it's
Okay, no,
my guy.
I don't
please,
understand that.
please. Alright,
Hey.
this is the thing. Alright, the reason why this is controversial. Fuck it. The reason why guys are allowed to be
allowed.
No.
Her question is, why do they do that,
Okay,
right?
let's see what he has to say.
Man said allowed.
Look, that's what I said. Look what I'm doing.
Quote unquote, for the audio listeners.
Audio listeners, quote unquote, yeah, allowed. Okay, I believe is because if for example, let's say there's a guy who slept with 100 girls.
That is
There's a girl that
disgusting.
slept with 100 guys. Unfortunately, and you can't do it, unfortunately, sometimes that guy who slept with 100 girls, even if he tells the girl I've slept with 100 girls, some girls are willing to tolerate that information.
That's actually
And
disgusting.
say, do you know what? He's gonna be different for me. He's gonna be nice to me. I'm the exception. Man, I don't speak in absolutes, but a lot of the men that I met be like, no, she's a quengus, fam. She's done at it, fam. But some girls will tolerate man that have been about. In fact, some girls will tolerate the man will be cheating on their girls with them, and they'll think I'm different. He's not gonna do. And when he pumps another girl,
You've raised the point in my head. Is it possible for people to change? Is it possible for people to hit a point where they change? Could it be after the 100 body count, whatever, that there is a possibility for change?
Yes, but you need to show me that you changed. You can't just tell me that you changed, because I
Okay.
don't believe that. You can't just
Because what I was gonna say was if you get into a relationship and by this point the person has changed, you cannot talk about their past. You should not be making assumptions or
No, but you
basing
can't be
statements
naive
of their
to their
past,
past
because
either.
if they are, you never
can't be naive to their past either. 'cause
Why
that's
not?
what I'm saying. For me,
Why
like,
not?
Say like
Why
my
not?
man
Why
tells
not?
me that he's cheated on his past girlfriend. Obviously, I'm not going to be like, you're going to cheat on me, so I'm not going to be with you. But I'm going to keep that in mind that you've cheated before. So if I see some red
the issue
flags,
I have with that
you
is
put two and two together and say something's not right.
the
here.
issue.
But
The
I'm
issue
not
I
going to
have
hold
with
that
that.
over you.
Wait, let me.
What do you call it? You like assuming without actually communicating with the man.
No, what do you mean?
Like,
Assuming.
what do you call it? You said, what do you call it? You said something about how you put two and two together.
Yeah.
Are you going to communicate with him?
Of course, I'm gonna tell you,
But
like,
there's some
I've
girls that
seen
go
this.
straightforward.
No.
Can I interject? Can I
But
interject
even
quickly?
then, I would never go and say anything if I don't have facts. First of all,
What I was gonna say was quickly.
there we go.
I think the issue is you shouldn't even be telling a girl that.
That you cheated on.
You shouldn't even be telling a girl that. Yes, communication is good, but there's good communication and there's negative communication. That, in my opinion, is too much information which you do not need to let out because it is in your past.
And there's going to be...
It's in your past. Exactly. If you tell a girl that, then you're putting things in her head which do not need to be there.
Every little thing you...
Sometimes keep things between you and yourself.
They'll just say, "Oh, you cheated."
No.
Before
I
them.
think the problem. Okay, I think I agree slightly, but at the same time, from the other perspective, you want to arm the partner with so much information about you that for example, if the information was to come out later, it's not detrimental to the relationship because this is something that's already been established. I've told you all this stuff about me, and you've still accepted me regardless of my shortcomings.
Or from the other perspective, she could be the one that makes it detrimental. If you two end and she lets that information out, that could be detrimental to you.
True, but at the same, the thing is here, that's a very good point. The thing is, all I'm saying is that I'd rather know now than know. I'd rather know from the horse's mouth than know later.
Bro, curiosity kills the cat or killed the cat. In my opinion, too much curiosity is not good. In my opinion,
and plus, I'd like all the information so I could make an educated decision.
Yeah,
I want information up front. So if, for example, say if the body count is like 150,
God forbid.
200. If it is, like you said, if I choose to wife her, knowing that information, I can't bring that shit up again because I have made a decision. I've made a knowledgeable decision to say, despite this girl's body count, I'm gonna wife her. So I can't hold her accountable. I can't put it over her head. But if I found out later, it's kind of like, okay.
That's what I'm saying, because like me, if my man cheated on a girl before and then it comes out to me later and then I find out from somebody else that you cheated on your past girl, I'm going to look at you strange like, why didn't you tell me that before? And I don't want somebody else telling me about my man.
Why do you need to know that information though? If he's not going to cheat on you, why do you need to know that?
Obviously I don't need to know. Yeah. If someone else I don't want someone else telling me about my man.
But why does that affect you though? Why does that affect you? If someone else is bringing out that information, their whole purpose potentially is to ruin your relationship, ruin what you have.
If me and my man have a bond, we calm, just tell me everything. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to hear from someone else. I want to hear from
you.
yourself.
Everything.
I don't want to be embarrassed.
Everything meaning lay all your cards on the table, bare.
Yes.
Put all your eggs in one basket.
Yes.
Everything.
Everything. To me, I want to know everything.
For me, it's okay. You want to know about me. Cool. This might be an insecurity for you. My body count might be an insecurity for you. I'm going to let you know now so you can make it so you are aware of the type of person you're dealing with. I'm advertising to you that I'm a changed man. But if somebody tries to discredit my character and tell you about my past, I've already come clean to you. So it doesn't look like I'm hiding anything. I'm opening myself up to you. Being open, you have to accept the positive with the negative. Nobody's a clean slate. And
good point.
Nobody's a clean. So I'm arming you.
Because say like you guys, if you were in a relationship with a girl and then you find out later that she did a madness and was doing up nonsense, would you be like, no, that's her past? Or if you find out later,
not gonna lie, I would say,
would that change your opinion?
I wouldn't really.
But say you've been in a relationship with her for time, and then you find out from somebody else that she's been doing a madness.
Before my time,
you wouldn't care
because we've been in a relationship for a long time.
First of all, it depends on the degree of fuckery it is. If it's just like, okay, you were wilding out in uni, cool, I don't really care. It's everything is in degrees, obviously. Yeah. So, and I think, let's be honest, all of these are insecurities. Everyone has insecurities, isn't it? All of these stuff about I can't get that, my girl can't be this. It's insecurity, but it's okay to admit you have an insecurity. That's fine. The thing that's not okay is I'm not insecure about that shit. You're just done at it. No, you're insecure. Say you're insecure about that shit. So get it out of your chest. I don't like the fact that you slept with 200 niggas. It's
denial, isn't it?
About that.
But
what's your business?
You know what though? I feel like if I asked you,
I was gonna make. Sorry, actually, no. Go talk. I was just gonna make a point quickly. I would say if you reveal that information to someone and it's an issue for them, then you should nip it in the bud and leave.
100%.
Nip it in the bud before it gets bigger.
So that's what I'm saying. Tell me beforehand, because if I don't like it, then I can make a decision and leave, rather than having to be in the relationship for time and then I find out afterwards, and then I maybe say like I didn't like hearing that you cheated on your girl, but I didn't know that. So now I'm in the relationship, and
Especially if
then
I
what?
asked you, like,
And then you didn't tell me.
Or from a male's,
Then we got some problems.
I was just gonna say, or from a male's perspective, nip it in the bud. Meaning like if she has an issue with it and she can't accept it, then leave it. Because if you've accepted yourself for yourself, fine. If she can't accept you for you, leave it. Leave it.
Leave her.
Leave her. There's plenty of fish,
100%.
plenty more fish in the sea.
100%.
I was meant like if I ask him a question, he doesn't tell me.
Yeah, of course.
No, I'm not saying you volunteer information,
Yes, I
because
know,
not
yeah.
everything needs to be volunteered.
Like,
If I ask you and you lie to me,
Yo,
then
darling, man, Pam like 60
Yeah, so that's
girls
what
like
remember
that.
Do you think there's a boundary on what type of questions should be asked or not?
Yeah.
Could be asked or not.
I can't lie. Body count. I don't. Now at this age,
I can't believe we're talking about body count on this
Trust me,
podcast.
everything
I
body
cannot.
count, body count.
I don't.
that one. Hey, let's change the question.
No, that's what I was gonna say.
that question I wouldn't ask. I don't want to know.
No, I'll say
Good,
it.
good, good.
I doubt all the girls on.
Ignorance is bliss. Good. Ignorance is bliss. Good.
About people like.
So relating it back to that toxic masculinity and all of that, do you feel okay? In fact, I'm asked no. Do you feel like a man feeling the need to know your body count is toxic? For example, like a man constantly for example, CRB checks and all of them things. There.
I don't think
Do you
it's
feel?
toxic,
Do you feel that's
no.
toxic behavior?
I think it can lead. It can lead to
it
toxic
can-
behavior.
yeah.
Because some people say, already you're trying to gain information on her so you can control her and all of that.
No.
That's just an alternate
Well, some
perspective.
people do that. They will gain information and know that she's
To
let me decent
manipulate
amount
people. Guaranteed.
of men. So every time they have an argument, he'll bring it up. But you slept with this.
Okay, that's
Not
There's a lot of people that do stuff.
that's childish.
not to be corny or anything, but I've even forgotten my point. You don't need to know that if a girl or a man can make you happy, can satisfy your needs and whatnot. You do not need to know this irrelevant information. It's irrelevant. That's what it is.
Yeah, I feel like
Does not
body counts are
matter.
irrelevant.
And I feel
Sorry?
like
Body counts are irrelevant.
I don't think they are. I think they're very relevant.
I don't want to know.
Listen, it depends on where the person is at right now.
Yeah, if a man tell me,
I need to know.
That's true.
Like, if you got,
And if it's over 50, then I need to know.
I need to know.
That's the
if you told
problem.
me, I've slept with these amount of people, I'll be like, okay, have you gone check up?
And also, you know,
Thank you.
not to be the sleazy nigga here, but yeah, sometimes you need to know because level of experience. But you know, that's a whole different conversation.
wow.
There.
I'm not involved in that one.
That one-
Still. Me, I fear God. I abstain from sex. I don't
I'm
know involved.
celibate. Me and Jesus are friends. I don't
Hey, I'm talking.
You know what,
Yeah,
tell
me-
him, like, come on.
You say I'm talking from experience. I'm just
boy.
You're just empathizing. You're empathizing, right? Empathizing.
I'm
Yeah,
taking
yeah, yeah.
information I've heard and relaying to the people.
Yeah, yeah. That one.
I haven't slept with any woman before. I am purely virgin.
Anyways, next. But no,
start lying on the thing.
back to your point though. Back to your point. I would say insecurities can lead to toxic masculinity. That's what I would say, because if someone has an issue with IG,
that's what it is.
body count, then that is an insecurity. But then what they do after it, how it may make them react, could lead
But to me, I
toxic
think
masculinity.
the root of most toxic masculinity is insecurity. Because if you were
guaranteed.
secure in your masculinity, you're secure in yourself.
Very good
doesn't
point.
really
Very
matter.
good point.
It doesn't matter.
You know,
Yeah.
like one guy was like, I didn't say that I can say another guy's peng. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm calm with myself, but if another guy can't say like another guy's peng, then
Then
you have
you're
problems.
you're
There's
very
a lot of
pro.
guys that
Yeah.
they'll see other guys do stuff like there can be guys that have a lot of friends that are girls that they do with girls like,
Why
are
you
doing
not
the thing?
pamming
I beg, shut up.
No, that's what they were saying.
I'm sorry, but you just sound like someone.
They'll be like, why you not pamming?
Yeah, like something like that. I'm like,
Be like-
my guy, it's not even have to be.
Or they're like, no, I can't see my friends paying. That's gay. Like that's very.
Listen.
Is there like
Colorism, yeah, bring it.
Yes.
With that, so now
I could talk about that
the
for
audio
days.
listeners, they can definitely see that was a fucking punch. Okay, back to the conversation. We were talking about insecurities.
And then I brought up what do you call it? How guys can have a lot of girl friends. And
female
then
friends.
Yes, I was saying how guys can have like bare girl friends that are girls, and then people will be thinking that can't you? What do you call it?
AKA you. AKA you.
Yeah. And then they'll be thinking, you don't go beat or that or that.
It's
Like, it's not that deep. Like this is why, and then a lot of people say, I just want to have a friend that's a girl that I can just speak to. But once you get it, next thing you want to say that you're catching feelings for her.
Please.
I don't know. But I know a lot of guys just,
Fam, that's a shame, you know.
it's sad.
That you can't be so secure in yourself. A lot of people, I can't like not to be corny or cheesy, but a lot of people actually need God.
Come on.
They do.
On a real level, a lot of people actually need God.
Come on.
Because the relationship that you can have with God,
Come on.
I don't want to be preaching out here.
Come on.
You cannot listen. Every person if you want to rely on a person that is a dependent thing, if you want to rely on drugs that is dependent, God is independent.
There we go.
That's all I'm saying for now. I don't want to talk too much.
Honestly, when you get your relationship with God straight, like nothing, you don't worry about anything else. Like honestly, just a peace of mind and everything. You just know that you're secure.
Yes.
God can't let you down.
Honestly,
Drugs can, girls can, boys can, people can.
The devil
And
will.
one thing as well.
The devil always wants to let you down. What do you mean?
One thing as well. Also, a lot of people go into situations, relationships to fill the void within themselves.
Yes.
And,
Very good point.
And the thing is, it's called self-esteem for a reason.
It's a thing of your motherfucking self, bitch.
Listen, you have to work on yourself. Your partner, or significant other, or whatever you have, won't fill that void.
Yes.
They can add to it, but you have to.
Because my mum said to me, 2 halves don't make a whole. In a relationship, you can't be a half and like this is my
person.
other half. No, it's 2 wholes coming together to make a commitment.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be
That's
two
a very good
halves,
point.
half a
You need to learn how
person.
to be alone.
Yeah, before you come into a relationship.
That's a very good
You
point.
get into a relationship,
Bro.
like, you have baggage or stuff like that. You have
Actually, that's a very good point.
and you're looking for it in someone else. Like, don't do that.
Because you will not find it. And then when they leave, you'll be
Imagine that person
destitute.
is full and they
Yeah.
learn how to be alone. Then you're coming with your half
Yeah,
self.
you're adding to
I know,
me.
that
You're
made
not
me think about that.
completing.
That made me think about a point I saw on Twitter about Will Smith and Jada Smith. Jada Pinkett, whatever her name
Queen.
is. Yeah, but like they were saying how they two separately have to be happy, independently happy,
100%.
and come together to
Oh
share
my
the
gosh,
happiness,
yes.
not rely on someone else to make you happy. You have to independently be happy and come
Let me
together.
tell you one thing's for free. The chick you're dealing with won't guarantee happiness. The man you're dealing with won't guarantee happiness. You have to work on that yourself.
Yourself.
And if it takes time, if you know you're not,
Find yourself.
you're
Trust
not
me.
equipped to be in a situation with another person, don't do it.
Be patient.
Yourself.
You're just hurting yourself.
Run into a relationship when you're
And
not
then
ready
that's
for it.
when.
Run into a relationship with God. That's what you need to do.
And then
My Jesus.
oh, just leave him hanging. Airtime.
Bye, guys.
So we've had a productive conversation. Any last words on the topic of toxic
Toxic
masculinity?
masculinity. What do you call it? You know that whole thing. I'm gonna change the subject. You might hate me for this. You know that thing when Ariana Grande broke up with Pete Davidson. You know
This nigga loves Ariana Grande.
No, I'm not saying that, but it was a bit mad because everybody started mentioning his mental health, and started saying that, what do you call it? She's the reason for him.
No,
being
she's
like that.
not.
I'm like, you need to stop blaming the girlfriends, because sometimes when a girlfriend breaks up with her boyfriend and then she's living life, she's enjoying herself, people are like, oh, what do you call it? You're obviously the reason why you guys broke up. So even the whole Matt Miller thing, they blamed the death on her because she broke up with him and then got engaged to someone else. I'm like, what? Because she said herself that she tried for 2 years to help this guy.
Yeah.
And like she just didn't want to watch him kill himself. So I'm like, you people need to stop blaming females for every little thing, then throwing mental health onto
The issue
just
on
'cause
that
you learned
is-
about that.
If Pete Davidson is
You just learn about it.
if that Pete Davidson guy is reliant on the girl, that's the issue in itself. He dependent again. You cannot be dependent on a person.
You know, the thing is with their mental health, especially this guy has mental health, and he knows he knows how to manipulate her. Like little things that he'll do, like that Kanye West. when
That
she
could be
tweeted
toxic
something-
right there.
Yeah, when she tweeted something about how don't let this Kanye West and Drake beef distract you from the fact that me and Miley Cyrus are releasing music. Kanye West says something, and Pete Davidson put on Instagram how he wants to kill himself. This girl ran down to the studio because he blocked her on everything, and then he wasn't allowing her in. Like the TMZ was recording her as she was trying to get in. I feel like you know what you're doing.
That right there is just all messy. I don't want to be involved.
Because her ex-boyfriend just died, and you want to say you want to kill yourself.
I feel you.
So stuff like that.
Okay.
When it comes to celebrity,
Psychological warfare. That's what it is. It's
It is.
bad. It's very
when
bad.
it comes, I agree. The example you're giving is very good. But what I will say, just with celebrities, there's always layers to this shit. And obviously, what it looks like is this guy needs to sort himself out. Maybe he wasn't equipped to be in a relationship like that with Ariana Grande. And definitely the people on Twitter who claim to know everything about people's situations, shut the fuck up. You don't know shit. You're just receiving the information that's being provided to you.
And jump into conclusions.
You jump into conclusions.
Just like the Chris Brown thing.
Oh,
No, let's not get sidetracked. The question you're asking is any final words, right?
Yeah, any final words?
Let's not get, because that is a whole other ball game. That's a whole other talking point. Ladies,
masculine ladies, please.
I just want to say, niggas gonna be niggas. That's all I want to say.
You out.
I just want to say that at the end of the day, that I feel like for some guys, like it's just they grew up with it, so it's hard for them to come out of it. Do you know what I mean? And it's continuously around them. And girls do play a part in it, well, not fully, but girls can play a part in it, and so can social media and everything else. So that's what I'm say about it.
Me, I would say stop running. Like, if there are issues that you're running away from and you're trying to depend on things, do not be dependent. Look inside yourself, and this is bare corny, fam.
I beg.
But now, on a level, only you can be independent. Only you can be the source of your own happiness. You or God, like, not even to be preachy or anything. You cannot depend on anyone or anything. It is not how life works. So, and on top of that, communication, key.
Let me add something real quick to that. As well, yeah, I feel like be happy with yourself and also love yourself. And also don't be scared to show your emotions. At the end of the day, like, just be you. Like, you shouldn't worry about people, like, what people are gonna say about you.
Yeah.
Just be yourself.
Yeah, when men cry, sexy.
Very.
Okay, you guys.
Yeah.
Grab my shoulder.
What I wanted to say is that one thing is you need to focus on yourself and stop seeking validation from other people, and just like be yourself, be free, and like man.
Very simple thing. Very simple advice I'd give everyone is fix the relationship with your parent or parents first. Your parents and your siblings first before you even try to get into a relationship.
He's dumb.
Simple. Simple.
Shake my hands, please. You're an amazing human being.
On the level, man.
Right, guy.
Oh, my bro.
Pele is okay.
My last message is, men on a level, we take accountability for our own shit. Stop projecting our own shit to women. Sometimes it's not the girl's fault. Sometimes look within yourself and see how you can improve yourself as a person. You get me? Sometimes, take time away from the snap, away from the Insta, away from the imagery, away from the clothes, away from the fashion, and just look at yourself as a person and ask yourself, are the actions I'm doing making me a better person? Are the actions I'm doing making me happy? Am I being a blessing or a hindrance to someone's life? Ask yourself that.
Come on.
But anyway,
Come on.
the rare podcast.
That's a word.
Great, come on.
Period.
It's been the Rare Podcast. Anyone want to plug their stuff, socials, Insta?
Well, I am a photographer and videographer and soon to be filmmaker.
Come on.
Jixson, JXSON.E on Instagram and my YouTube channel, JXSON.
Who's next?
Me, I'm not gonna give out no socials. But next.
Oh yeah, I'm a singer, so follow my group's page at Saraya Music on Instagram.
Fam, if people find me on socials, I'll be in trouble. That's what I'm saying. No, I'm playing. You can find me at IamTS, Insta and Twitter, if you're interested.
If you want to find me, it's _Brownie Queen, but with the U, it's like an X instead.
Jeez.
So,
Oh yeah, sorry. IamTS is TS is TIYES, just so you know.
and also, like, if you want my photography and art page, like, it's the links in my main page anyways.
Shameless plugs.
And also, God loves you.
Amen.
Tell him again!
You can follow me, the man of the hour, too sweet to be motherfucking sour. You get me? At NK Flows on Instagram for the poetry, for the knowledge. You get me? Follow me on Twitter at NK Freaks. NK and Freaks are capital.
Freaks, yeah.
Relax, I'm here anyway. And you can follow the Rare Instagram page. And we're signing out. This has been the Rare Podcast. We're signing out. Peace, blessings, thanks. Have a nice day. Peace.
Y'all niggas got me hot.